Okay, good evening, students. Hope I'm audible. Yes or no? Fine. Hope I'm audible. Fine. Fine. We will start here, guys. Today, these are the topics we are going to cover. So, theory we are completing today, and tomorrow we are going to have practicals. Okay, what are the content related for practicals we are going to see today? Today, we will discuss some 13, 14, 13 questions we will discuss. We have some 15 MCQs are there. We are going to cover, these are the topics we are going to cover. One is environment, biostatistics, we will see biomedical waste management, we will see disaster management, some questions, international health, okay, some other topics we are going to see. Now, first let us start here. I hope I'm audible, guys. Fine. First let us start here. Environment. Environment, okay, this is an essay question. Essay question here. What are the sources of air pollution? Discuss various health effects due to air pollution. And explain various measures in place for surveillance and control of air pollution in India. Okay. Question is starting with what are the sources of air pollution, health effects, and what are the measures taken for control of India. These are the sources, guys. These are the sources. The main sources for air pollution is automobiles. We have industries are there. Okay, so industries, and we have these domestic sources are there. Okay, and combustion of coal, wood, and other things. We have tobacco smoke is there, and others are the miscellaneous. Okay? Burning refuse, pesticide spray refuse, okay, burning refuse. Okay, and recently we got Delhi. Why so much pollution in Delhi? Air pollution, burning of crops. Okay, Delhi. The reason is a burning of crops from neighboring states. Okay? Burning of crops. These are the sources of air pollution. Sources of air pollution. Okay, fine. Now we also have this indoor air pollution are there. Indoor air pollution, combustion of this solid fuels, the indoor. Okay, so villages, they will not have this, some places, not everywhere. Now it has been improved a lot. Okay, they will use these woods for cooking, okay, and other things. Okay, so cook, there is no separate kitchen is not there. Okay, so that can act as a solid fuels, can act as a indoor air pollution. Tobacco smoking can happen. All these things can cause indoor air pollution. Now, what are the adverse effects that can happen? Okay, we are seeing sources. Okay, it can cause acute and chronic bronchitis. It can cause on a longer run. Okay, studies have shown that indoor air pollution can cause lung cancer. It can cause asthma. Okay, emphysema and pneumonia in children. Okay, so whenever you are seeing cases of pneumonia in children, you have to rule out indoor air pollution. Indoor air pollution. If a child is coming again and again with repeated pneumonia, you have to rule out this. So we are discussing essay question. How are you going to classify the pollutants? So pollutants, you are going to classify them as primary, secondary. Primary pollutants are carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, SO2. Okay, ozone can act as a primary pollutant. Lead may be there. Lead may be there. You have this news, you could have seen this particulate matter. Okay, these are some of the primary pollutants. Primary pollutants. Carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. Secondary pollutants, you have this smoke is there, dust is there. These are the secondary pollutants. Yes, fine. Which is the best indicator? If you see, the best indicator of air pollution is SO2. Fine. These are the pollutants. Pollutants may be primary or secondary, guys. How are you going to monitor the air pollution? The monitoring the air pollution, SO2, guys. This is the best indicator. Okay, best indicator is sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is the best indicator. Okay, or you can use smoke and soiling index. What is smoke and soiling index? Okay, so you take a white paper in traffic prone area, you just keep it there. How much smoke is getting deposited? Okay. Next is grit. Grit index is that measures, okay, dust. Okay, how much dust is that is measured by this grits. Okay, grit index. And coefficient of haze, we are combining these two things. Okay, so smoke and grit index, okay, soiling index and grit index, we can make it as coefficient of haze. That is the coefficient of haze. And we also have this air pollution index is also there. These are the various measurements available. The best indicator is SO2, guys, sulfur dioxide. Right now, in India, we have this Central Pollution Control Board, AQI, Air Quality Index. Okay, you would have seen in cities. Okay, they will be displaying in the boards. Okay, fine. For anything between 0 to 50, okay, that means it is good. Air quality index is good. 51 to 100 satisfactory, 101 to 200 moderate, and recently, okay, Delhi has reported, okay, for more than 400. Delhi has reported. Okay, that means the quality of air is very poor. How to control this? What are the measures, prevention measures we can do? One, one is containment. Containment. You can contain it. Prevention of escape of toxic substance. Whenever you are seeing a toxic substances, okay, whenever is there, okay, it should not be directly coming into open air. Okay, you can contain it. Fine. Replacement. Replacing technological process. Older times we used to have what? The engines will be there. The railway engines, smoking, coal engines are there. Later on they become diesel. Now it has become electric. Electric vehicles are there. So replacement. Okay, if other methods are there, you can go for dilution. Establishment of green belts. Okay, in between the areas, industrial areas and residential areas, green belts should be. And legislation. If somebody is not following the norms, okay, what can be done for action on them? These are the prevention control of air. Okay. So am I clear? This is a essay question we have seen. So sources and health effects we have seen, how we are monitoring and prevention and control. We'll go to the next question. I hope this is clear. Define refuse and enumerate. This is also again essay question. Essay question. Okay, define refuse. Enumerate health hazards of solid waste and methods of disposal of solid waste. They're asking. What is a refuse? Okay, refuse. We can solid waste. We can divide them into refuse and garbage. Garbage means that comes from kitchen solid waste. Okay, we cook things. Okay, kitchen waste. Okay, the waste that is coming from the kitchen solid waste. Refuse is fine. Okay, whatever remaining things are refuse. Whatever comes in dead animals, wood is there, paper is there, ash is there, anything, any other solid waste, that we are going to call it as refuse. So refuse, it may be a market refuse, vegetable and animal matter. Okay, and staple refuse. Staple refuse means animal droppings are there, leftover animal feeds. Okay, staple are there. Okay, fine. Okay, where we are rearing goat, cow, and other things. Industrial refuse. If toxic chemicals are there, it becomes industrial refuse. And domestic waste. Domestic waste, ash and rubbish will come. Garbage will come from kitchen, guys. Garbage will come from kitchen. These are the various refuse, guys. Refuse means they are solid waste. Solid waste. What are the health hazards you can see? Health hazards, what it can cause, guys? It can cause, okay, the waste. Okay, you just, if it is thrown like this, it decomposes and favors fly breeding. Okay, so you can see housefly and other things, they will go and breed on it. It attract rodents and vermin. It fine. Okay, pathogens, okay, from the solid waste can reach the food. Okay, how it is transmitting? Housefly, they go there. Okay, they sit on that. Suppose manure is there. Okay, animal waste is there. They sit on it. Okay, mechanically they will come and transmute the pathogens into the food. Possibility of water and air pollution. Okay, water and soil pollution, and most importantly, an unsightly appearance it will give, and a nuisance with bad odor. Bad odors it can. So if it is thrown indiscriminately, a solid waste, it can cause all these things. Okay, these are some of the health hazards of the solid waste. How will you collect it? Okay, collection of refuse, we can do it by public bin. Okay, that is commonly done. What will happen is, okay, common public bin will be kept. People will go there and throw their waste in their public bin. This is one option. Okay, better one is house to house collection. This is a better one. Okay, better one. Okay, workers come and they will collect from the house. Okay, and they will collect it from the house. This is a better one, because public bin means what happened, lot of waste will be there. It have access for everything. House to house collection means it can be easily transported. All these things can be avoided. Finally, they will be collected and they will be transported. They will be transported. Finally collected and they will be transported. Now, what are the various methods of final disposal? Final disposal, what can be done? Okay, solid waste. We are talking about solid waste. The first one is dumping. You would have seen it, guys. Okay, you will identify a place near your house. Okay, not you means everyone, and they will go there and throw the waste there. Okay, that is dumping. This is the most insanitary method of solid waste. Most insanitary method. Sanitary method. Or second, you can try incineration. Second, you can try incineration. Third, you can do controlled tipping, guys. Controlled tipping. I am not going very deep. Essay is as you should know the outline, guys. Basic outline we should know. Okay, fine. Controlled tipping. Controlled tipping. Okay, three methods are there. Trench method, area method, and ramp method. Trench method, area method, and ramp method. Controlled tipping, if land is available, this is the most sanitary method. This is the most sanitary method of, okay, most sanitary method when land is available. Okay, fine. When land is available. Land is available. Look at the picture, guys. Okay, why? Controlled tipping, trench method, area method, and ramp method. This is the methods. These are the methods. Okay, fine. Here, look here. So this is, they create a trench, and they will, you would have seen in your cities and towns and all that. Okay? There will be a common place will be there. They will be taking the waste there, and they will be putting it there, and they will covering it with earth. This is another method, area method. Okay, some difference is there. Some difference is there. Area method, trench method is there. Land is available. This is the best method. After this, what you can do is that fourth one, you can go for manure pits. In villages, they will use it. Probably if you have gone to villages, your grandparents' house, you may see. Okay, in older times. Okay, in corner of the area, they will go there and put the waste. Okay, and they will create a pit. They will create and they will put all the waste, like animal feces is there. Okay, everything they will put. Over a period of time, the waste will become manure, which they will use it for cultivation. They will use it. Fifth is deep burial. Okay, so you create a pit. Within the pit you can do it. Okay, this is used for camping purpose. Suppose you are going on a trip. Okay, how to dispose the solid waste? This method you can use it. Deep burial you can use. The last method is composting. Composting can be used for disposal of solid waste, plus it can be used for disposal of night soil, guys. In solid waste and night soil. What is night soil means here? Night soil means here feces, guys. Okay, night soil means here feces. Composting and feces. Composting solid waste as well as night soil. It has various methods are there. You have this Bangalore method. Bangalore method is anaerobic method. Anaerobic method. Anaerobic method means the method does not use oxygen. Second one is indoor method. Indoor method, it is aerobic method. Okay, aerobic method where oxygen is used. So am I clear? So suppose a question being asked, so you have to write all these things, guys. Okay, this is an outline. Refuse and solid waste disposal, guys. Okay, fine. So we completed 2 essay questions we have completed here. Okay, we'll go to the third one, guys. Okay, we'll go to the third one. Third one. Again, this is an essay question, guys. Enumerate arthropods of medical importance. Arthropods means vectors, guys, of medical importance. And they are asking mosquito control measures. They are asking. What are the vectors, guys? First is mosquitoes. Okay, mosquito. We have 4 types are there. One is Anopheles. Enumerate means they are making a list. List they are asking. Okay, list out. Okay, fine. Culex, Aedes. Fourth one is Mansonia. Okay, fine. Second we have sandfly. We have sandfly. Okay, sandfly can transmit Kala Azar. Kala Azar. Anopheles transmits malaria. Culex, JE and filariasis. Okay. Aedes transmits dengue, chikungunya, and Zika virus. Zika virus. Mansonia transmits. What does Mansonia transmits? Mansonia again transmits filariasis. Filariasis. Sandfly transmits Kala Azar. Kala Azar. Tick is there. A soft tick transmits Q fever. One is Q fever. Second is relapsing fever. Relapsing fever. This is soft tick. Then we have itch mite is there. Okay, itch mite. What does itch mite transmits? Yes, itch mite transmits scabies. Sixth one. Trombiculid mite is there. Trombiculid mite, it transmits scrub typhus. Scrub typhus. Okay, trombiculid mite, it transmits scrub typhus. Seventh, we have flea. We have rat flea. It transmits plague, guys. Okay, plague. So these are the various other arthropods, guys. So we have this lice is there. Okay, which transmits pediculosis. It transmits. Okay, housefly is there. Housefly is there. Housefly. Now, so these are the various things that transmits. Okay, arthropods. What is this one? Just for image I am showing. This is Anopheles. Anopheles transmits what? Anopheles transmits. Okay, which one? Malaria. Guys. Anopheles transmits malaria. Okay, next is Culex. This is Culex. Culex transmits what disease Culex transmits? Yes, JEN, and filariasis Culex transmits. JEN filariasis. This is Aedes. Okay, stripes will be there. Look here, stripes are there. That's why it's called as tiger mosquitoes. So it transmits dengue. Okay, dengue, chikungunya it transmits, Zika virus, yellow fever it transmits. Okay, yellow fever it transmits. Now the question is vector control measures. Okay, vector control measures. Okay, vector control measures we have a anti-larval measure. Okay, your measures, anti-larval measures. So mosquito becomes eggs, larva, pupa and adult. We are focusing on mosquito control, anti-larval measures. First we will concentrate on what will you do anti-larval measures. Anti-larval measures you will do environmental control. Environmental control. What do you mean by that? There is no water stagnation. There is no contact between water and the mosquito. Okay, so if you are doing it, this environmental control. Second, what you can do is chemical control. Chemical control, example, what you can do is you can put mineral oil, you can put Paris green, you can put abate or temifos. If you pour oil over the water, what will happen? It forms a layer. Okay, so what happens? The larva which is present in the water, they will not have oxygen cut off supply. Okay, this will cut off the oxygen supply. The larva will die. Okay, fine. This is chemical control. The third is biological control. Biological control. Okay, you put fish in the water. Gambusia. Gambusia fish you put in the water, that will eat the larva. The larva. This is anti-larval measure. Second is anti-adult measures. Okay, anti-adult measures, what you can do, guys? Anti-adult measures, can you tell me what you can do? Yes, in high risk areas for malaria, we do this indoor residual spray. They will come and spray it on the walls, they will spray, guys. Indoor residual spray. Second, you can do is space spray. Space spray. You can spray it on the space. Municipality corporation, they does. Third is that personal protection. You can go for personal protection measures. Like what you can do, mosquito nets you can go. Mosquito nets. Okay, you everywhere you put the mosquito nets. Second, you can use the repellents, guys. Repellents. Repellents such as peat, diethyl toluene. Okay, diethyl toluene. Diethyl toluene. So these are the various mosquito control measures. Okay, environmental control, chemical, anti-larval, anti-adult, and personal protection. Okay, fine. If you use all these things methods together, okay, all these methods together, okay, all these methods together, we are going to call this as integrated vector control. Integrated vector control. We are going to use all these methods together. This is, we call it as integrated vector control. Okay, fine. Anti-larval, anti-adult, and personal protection. So it's again a essay question we have seen. We'll go to the fourth one, guys. Fourth one. What is hardness in water? Okay, discuss the steps in removal of hardness. Right, now, what is hardness means what, guys? Come on, you can answer it if anyone. Fine, you can answer. What is hardness? Hardness means soap destroying power. Soap destroying power. Okay, the soap which you are using, okay, when you are using the soap, there will not be any soap lather will not come. Okay, and you will feel that the soap is still sticking to your body. Okay, so this is hardness. So we have these two types of hardness will be there. Temporary hardness because of calcium bicarbonate and magnesium bicarbonate. Magnesium bicarbonate. Permanent hardness is because of calcium sulfate and magnesium sulfate. The hardness will affect the clothes, it will affect the pipes, it has a corrosive effect on the pipes. Okay, it has various effects. Hardness of water. If it is a water is taken from a very deep place, it will be hard, guys. How will you classify hardness? Okay, we can measure in terms of Milliequivalence. Milliequivalence. Less than 1. That is soft one. Soft one. Yes. Very good. Very good, doctor. Okay. Nehesh is very good. Fine. Less than 1. Soft one. 1 to 3 milliequivalence means moderately hard. 3 to 6, that is hard water. More than 6 means very hard water. This is a short note, guys. This is a short note. 3 to 6 hard, more than 6 is very hard water. How will you remove the hardness, guys? Okay, how will you remove the hardness? Removal of hardness can be done by, let's start with the temporary hardness. For temporary hardness, you can go with boiling, guys. First you can do is boiling. Okay, boiling you can do. Second, addition of lime, guys. Addition of lime. Third, addition of sodium carbonate. Yeah, you can add sodium carbonate to it. Finally, you can use it. A permeate process. Permeate process or base ion exchange process. Boiling, addition of lime, addition of sodium carbonate, permeate process or base ion exchange process. The last two methods can be used for permanent hardness. All four can be used for temporary hardness. The last two methods, okay, the last two methods we can use it for permanent hardness. Okay, fine. This is how you can do the removal of hardness, guys. This is a short note. Removal of hardness is a short note for you. Fine. Fifth question. Differentiate between rapid and slow sand filters. Okay, draw the flow diagram of rapid sand filter. Okay, fine. First, let us draw the flow diagram first. Usually, the rapid sand filters we use in urban areas. And slow sand filters most likely used in rural areas. Suppose let us assume this is the river. From there you are taking water. Let us assume in a river you are taking water here. So you are mixing with alum. Okay, if a flow chart is asked, you have to draw this. It's there in the book. So then it will go to mixing chamber. From there it goes to flocculation chamber. Flocculation. Then goes to sedimentation. Sedimentation. Then goes to filtration. Okay, what type of filters we will use here is we will use rapid sand filter. Use rapid sand filter. Rapid sand filters. Filtration. Finally, it goes for disinfection. Disinfection. Yes, fine. Now, filtration, rapid sand filters, it goes for disinfection. Okay, fine. This is how it is done, guys. In an urban area, okay, so you add alum, you add mixing chamber to that, then goes to flocculation, sedimentation, filtration, and finally disinfection. Disinfection is mostly likely done by chlorination. Now the question is, what is the difference between a slow sand filter and rapid sand filter? Okay, let us see minimum 5 difference. Let us see slow sand and rapid sand filter. As the name suggests, slow sand filters, it occupies large area. Rapid sand occupies less area compared to slow sand filters, less area. It has, even if you have unskilled workers, we can manage this, guys. Manage, okay, but rapid sand filters you require skilled workers. skilled workers you require. In slow stand filter, before coming to the filter, storage of water is done. You will store the water. Here you won't do storage in rapid stand filter. You will be adding chemical pre-treatment will be do. We added alum, right? Chemical pre-treatment. A chemical pre-treatment is done. Storage of water, chemical pre-treatment. Unskilled workers, storage, occupies a large space. How cleaning is done? Cleaning is by scrapping. Manually you will scrap it. Here you will do back washing. Cleaning is done by back washing. Last point, fifth point I will write. Size of the sand, guys. Here the size of sand is 0.2 to 0.3 millimeter. Here size of sand is 0.4 to 0.7 millimeter. Okay, fine. These are the 5 differences, basic differences. So it filters fast, rapid sun filters, slow sun filters, it filters slowly, guys. Okay, apart from this, these are the important points. Okay, which purifies better means slow sun filter will purify better, 99.99%. Okay, bacterial content it will reduce. Okay, fine. Sixth question. Hope this goes clearly, guys. What are the principles of chlorination? 5 points, let us work. It's a short note for you. 5 points. Can you tell me what are the principles, guys? I can make it as an interactive session, but it takes time. So that is why we can do it in MCQ alone. We will do it, guys. Fine. Subject is vast. So what are the principles of chlorination? Principles, first is the water should be free from turbidity. Okay, turbidity. Okay, there should not be any turbidity. Second, you have to find the chlorine demand of the water. That is found by Rx upper. Okay. What is chlorine demand, guys? The amount of chlorine required to oxidize the organic content in the water. What is chlorine demand? Amount of chlorine. Amount of chlorine required to oxidize organic content in the water. That is called as organic material in the water. That is called as chlorine demand. If chlorine demand of the water is met means that we are going to call it as breakpoint chlorination. Okay, breakpoint chlorination. Okay, suppose water is there, you will add chlorine to this. Based on the impurities in the water, the amount of chlorine requirement may vary. The point at which chlorine demand of water is met, that is called as breakpoint chlorination. After that, free chlorines will start appearing in the water. This is chlorine demand. Third step. The third point is that you can add chlorine. So most likely what you will do is that in rural areas they will add this bleaching powder. Bleaching powder you will add, okay, to the chlorine. For chlorine purpose you will add in the water. Once you added the chlorine, okay, you can add bleaching powder. Perchloron is there, chlorine gas is there. Perchloron is there, chlorine gas is there. Various methods are there. Okay, fine. Once you added this, okay, the minimum contact period should be, okay, the minimum contact period should be 60 minutes, guys. Okay, suppose you are adding chlorine in a water tank. Okay, make sure that the water tank is not open for 60 minutes after adding the chlorine, because we want this process to happen. Chlorine demand, then how much chlorine, okay, so breakpoint chlorination, free chlorine appearing, okay, all this process to happen. Fifth one, once you added this, okay, chlorine demand, the minimum residual chlorine should be, the minimum residual chlorine should be 0.5 milligram per liter, guys. How much chlorine should be there when the water is coming out? Okay, 0.5 milligram per liter. 0.5. So these are the principles, guys. Keep that principle in mind. The main disinfecting action. Which is the main disinfecting action? The main disinfecting action is because of hypochlorous acid. The hypochlorous acid. The main disinfecting action. Okay, whenever you're adding chlorine, this is short note for you. Okay, it's hypochlorous acid. Main minimum contact period should be 60 minutes. Guys, 60. So we have completed what to say? We have completed environment, guys. Okay, environment. Fine, fine. Very good, guys. Okay, very good. Snehesh is HOCl. Fine. What is sampling? Hypochlorite, but hypochlorite acid. Main is hypochlorous acid. What is sampling? Look here. Whenever we are doing research, we cannot do the research in the entire population. For example, this is a population. We cannot do the research in the entire population. What we will do is that we will select a sample. Okay. Whatever results we will get, we will try to generalize it to the population. This is what we do, guys, whenever we are doing research. Okay, fine. Now we know how to select. Suppose a medical college is there. Okay, I want to select some 50 students from medical college. That is my sample. Okay, fine. From the medical college, whole students is this population. How to select these 50 people out of this? Let us assume some 750 people are there. 5 batches are there, 150 batch. Let us assume, okay, how to select this 50 from the 750, for example, I'm telling. Okay, fine. Then we have to go for the sampling methods. So what are the sampling methods are there? We have various sampling methods. Simple random sampling. For your exam level, we will focus. Second, systematic. Okay. Third is stratified random sampling. Fourth is cluster sampling. Cluster sampling. Others are also there, guys. Others are also there. Let me stick to the 4, guys. That is enough for your level. Right. The first one is simple random sampling. Okay. Simple random sampling. Okay. For example, so we will take this example. 500 students are there. Okay, in a class, in a college. I want to select 50 out of this 500. How to do that? Okay, simple random sampling is an example for whatever we are discussing. All are example for probability sampling method. Probability sampling methods means you are going to provide equal chance for everyone to be selected. Equal chance for everyone, the population to be selected. Okay, fine. This we call it as simple random sampling. Okay. So whatever methods we are seeing, it's a probability sampling methods. You are going to provide equal chance for everyone in the population to be selected. Okay, fine. What is this simple random sampling? What is this simple random sampling? Suppose I have 500 students are there. I want to select 50. For an example, I will take. How to select this 50 out of 500? One is by lottery. Okay, put everybody's name in a lot. Let me put a lot. Let me select 500 out of 500 names, put it there, and you select 50. Am I providing equal chance for everyone? Yes. This is one way. Second, you can use, there's another method is there called as random table method. Okay, random table method. This is simple random sampling. The second one is systematic random sampling. Systematic random sampling. What is systematic random sampling? Systematic random sampling means selecting nth person for my study. Nth person. Selecting Okay, I'm selecting nth person for my study, for the study. Okay, we'll take a simpler example. Suppose 100 people are there. I want to select 10 out of 100. Now, how to select n? So, n is population by sample size, guys, which is 100 by 10, that is 10th person, sorry, 10th person. Okay, 10th person, every 10th person. So, in that particular classroom, I have roll numbers are there. Okay, in a particular classroom, 100 students are there. So, I want to select 10 out of 100. So, what I will do is that I will assign roll numbers for everyone. The first roll number, let me select as 5. Who should be the next person? I have to add 10, 10, 10. I have to add 15, 25, 35, 45. The first roll number alone, I will select with lot. Okay, I will select by lottery. First roll number alone, I will select by lot. Okay, I'll put a lot. I will select the first roll number. Okay, so after that, I will add 10, 10, 10. I will add. This is called as systematic random sampling. Every nth person I will select. The third one, stratified random sampling. A stratified random sampling. Okay, for example, in a particular class, okay, I want to select. Yes, I want to select. Okay, 100 people are there. There are more boys are there. Okay, less girls are there. Let us assume. Okay, let us assume there are 70 boys and 30 girls are there. Okay, what can happen if I'm making a lot? What can happen? All 10 can come as boys. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm just stratifying it. Okay, so I'm stratifying into boys, girls. For boys, I will put a separate lottery. For girls, I will put a separate lottery. This we call it as stratified random sampling. Am I? Okay, so population, I'm stratifying into boys and girls. For boys, I'll put a separate lottery, and girls, I'll put separate lottery. Obviously, I will select more boys, definitely, because 70% of them are boys. So I have to take more boys and less girls. So these are the 3 sampling methods that is given in the textbook of Farre, guys. Okay. If you are writing for a short note, this is enough, guys. If you are writing for short note, this is enough. Next question. Describe the various pictorial representations of statistical data, guys. Right. So they want you to show that data. Data is there. The pictorial representation. Right. So we'll start here. This we call it as simple bar chart. Simple bar chart. Okay. This is simple bar chart. Okay. We use it for qualitative data. Okay. The qualitative data means sex, religion, educational status. Here this is educational status. Educational status. So we use this, guys. We use this. We call it as simple bar chart. Okay. For qualitative data, we use this. We call it as multiple bar chart. This is also used for qualitative data. Okay. We are comparing 2 variables side by side. 2 or more variables compared side by side comparing. Side by side. We are comparing 2 or more variables side by side. Fine, fine, fine. You are answering nicely, guys. Okay, fine. So comparing 2 or more variables side by side, we are comparing this. This is multiple bar chart. What is this one, guys? What is this one? Yes. This is component bar chart. Component bar chart. 2 or more variables compared within the bar. You are comparing within the bar. Within the bar, guys. Okay, you are comparing within the bar. Okay. So 2 or more variables you are comparing with them. Again, this is short note, guys. Short note. One diagram you can draw it. Okay, fine. You are comparing within the bar. This is pie chart. If question being asked, you are supposed to draw. If there is no drawing, there is no marks, guys. Okay, fine. This is pie chart. Okay, as a short note, if they are asking, pie chart, entire circle corresponds to 100%. 100%. Again, this is what data? Married, unmarried. This is qualitative data. Okay, qualitative data. Okay. Qualitative means, okay, it's a quality. Quality, right? This is what? This is spot map. This is spot map or map diagram. This is the map diagram prepared by John Snow, guys. Okay, John Snow. In 1850s, he was able to show that, okay, by putting a map diagram. You just take the map of London. Okay, particular water pump, he was able to show that people drinking water from this water pump, there are more cholera deaths with it. So that is why he is considered as father of epidemiology, John Snow. John Snow is considered as father of epidemiology. Cholera is considered as father of public health, guys. Public. What is this one, guys? All are there in the textbook of Farre. What is this one? This is called as pictogram. This is called as pictogram, guys. Okay, pictogram. Okay, fine. So this is pictogram. So if you see here, which country there are more doctors are there? There is USSR. There is one doctor is there for every 270 people, guys. Okay, fine. This we call it as pictogram. This is what? This is histogram. Okay, this is for quantitative data, guys. Quantitative data. Cholesterol, measurable. Quantitative means what? Measurable. You can measure it. How this is different from a bar chart? There is no space. In bar chart, we see spaces. Here there is no spaces, guys. Okay, no spaces. This is quantitative data. Quantitative data. Leave this one. Go to this one. What is this one? This we call it as line diagram. Line diagram. What is this line diagram? Time will be there in the x-axis. Line diagram will tell you trend of the event over a period of time. Okay, what is the trend of, okay, cholera cases in whatever city you are living? What is the trend of TB cases in your hospital? What is the trend of marks here? Here they have taken marks. Okay, they would have kept internal assessment for you. Okay, what is the trend of marks? Okay, is it increasing? Okay, is it decreasing? Okay, that you can find. What is this graph? This graph is called as scatter diagram. This is also there in your book. Scatter diagram. This will tell you relationship between two variables. Okay, relationship between two variables. Scatter diagram. This will tell you relationship. Okay, so age and body weight. The children, what is the relation? Positive relation. Okay, it says that if the age is increasing, the body weight is also increasing. This is scatter diagram. This is scatter diagram. This will tell you relationship between two variables. Relationship between two variables. So we have completed this data presentation graphs, guys. Next short note is, what is this normal distribution curve? Any data, guys. Okay, any data or Gaussian distribution they will ask. Again, this is a short note for you. Okay, what are the key points? Look here, any data. If I'm plotting your height or weight, okay, in your class I'm measuring. If I'm plotting like this, it will come like this. Most of the people value will be in the middle. Very less people will have either low weight or low height. It will be like this, guys. Okay? Most of the people value will be in the middle. So what are the properties of this normal distribution? It is a bell-shaped, bilateral, symmetrical. Okay, you have to draw it, guys. You have to draw it in the exam. Second, maximum area. is equal to 1. Third, mean is equal to median is equal to mode, guys. All are same. Mean, median, all are same. Okay, so mean plus or minus, this is the most important one. Mean plus or minus 1 standard deviation, 68% of area. Mean plus or minus 2 standard deviation, 95% of the area. Mean plus or minus 3 standard deviation, 99%. So 1 standard deviation 68%, 2 means 95, 3 means 99. So what do you mean by that? Suppose in your class I am measuring your height, guys. So the mean height is 160 centimeters. Standard deviation is 5 centimeters. So what do you mean by this? So what? Okay, fine. So mean plus or minus 1 standard deviation. Okay, mean plus or minus 1 standard deviation. So here 160 plus or minus 5, that is 155 to 165. So let us assume this is the mean. So 160 plus or minus 5, guys. So 160, 155, here 160. So between these two, okay, what percentage of people will have? Yes, between these two range, there will be 68% of students will fall between these two range. That is what the interpretation. This is fixed. Mathematically, it is proven. Mean plus or minus 1 standard deviation is 68%. So 160 plus or minus 10, 150 to 170. So what percentage will fall between this? So 95% will fall between. Suppose I am measuring your mean in your class only. So that means 95% of the students in your class will have a height between 150 to 170 centimeters. The mean plus or minus 3 standard deviation, that is 145 to 175. How many percentage will be there? 99%. This we call it as normal distribution curve. If your question being asked, you have to write all these things. You have to draw the diagram. Next, 10th question. What is the role of WHO in health and disease? Okay, what is WHO means what? It's a specialized, okay, non-political health agency of United Nations. It's a specialized non-political health agency of United Nations. Its headquarters is located in Geneva. Basically, headquarters is located in Geneva. Geneva, its headquarters is located. Okay, fine. And we are celebrating 7th April every year as World Health Day, guys. World Health Day. What is the theme for this year? Last year, maybe asked in Viva exam. Okay, what is the theme for last year? It is 2024 is My Health, My Right. That is the theme here. That is the theme last year, 2024. This year, okay. Basically, what is their role? Prevention and control of specific disease worldwide. Okay, they focus on prevention control of disease. Best example is eradication of smallpox. Yes, eradication of smallpox. So similarly, they focus on the next disease like measles. They are concentrating by elimination, like development of comprehensive health services. Okay, so they support countries. Okay, they support countries in their health programs. Okay, health programs. Okay, so that comprehensive health services can be provided. Family health, they are providing on MCH. They are providing on this one, family planning. Okay, family health. Okay, they are providing it. Environmental health. Okay, they provide various data on pollution, air pollution. soil pollution, okay, how to improve it. In those areas they contribute. Environmentally, how to improve. Fine. Health statistics, okay, they provide, okay, weekly epidemiological record. Okay, they provide weekly epidemiological record. Okay. So annual, quarterly statistics they provide. Quarterly statistics, worldwide data, quarterly statistics, annual statistics they provide. Okay, annual statistics, and they publish ICD-11. Okay, that is published by WHO. Okay, fine. They promote biomedical research. Okay, they don't do direct research. They will have their agency will be there. Okay, through that they support. Okay, research. What is the upcoming problem? Okay, so suppose for example, vaccine preparation. Those areas they will concentrate. Health information and literature information. They have WHO libraries are there. Okay, we have this WHO library. Okay, they have this medlers will be there. Medlers. Okay, as a source of information. Medlers. So access. Okay, accessing information and cooperation with other organizations. For example, UNICEF, UN, okay, United Nations, UNICEF. They cooperate with other organizations, and with that they will try to develop better policies and better work. So these are the points you should write whenever you are being asked on WHO role in health and disease. What is a disaster, guys? What is a disaster? And this is a essay question. Essay question. What is a disaster? What are the types? Describe the fundamental aspects of disaster management. So disaster, it may be anything, guys. Maybe anything. I'm just giving a big definition. So any catastrophic mishap, it may be natural or man-made, okay, results in substantial loss of life or human suffering. Okay, in such a nature, it is such a nature magnitude as to be beyond the coping capacity of the community of the affected area. So the community which is affected, they cannot cope it. They need support from the outside. So if it is happening, that we call it as disaster. Maybe natural or it may be man-made. Man-made. Now, what are the types of disaster? Maybe natural hazards, okay, human induced or combination of both. Human induced means what? Wars are there. Okay, wars. Simple example is big accidents. Big accidents, a flight accident, other accident. We have wars. Okay, recently we have wars we are seeing. Okay, some parts of the world we are seeing war. What are the natural hazards? Natural hazards, it may be earthquake, it may be geophysical in terms of earthquake and tsunami. It may be hydrological. Hydrological means floods and landslides. Okay, fine. So we are seeing floods and landslides. Meteorological. Okay, meteorological in terms of cyclone, storm. Recently we are in Tamil Nadu and we are seeing recently floods we are seeing. Okay, recently we are seeing heavy rain, heavy floods we are seeing. Okay, so 50 centimeter rain on a single day we are seeing. So climatological. Okay, it may be droughts, okay, forest wildfire, extreme heat and cold also can happen. Biological, it may be due to virus or bacterial infections can happen. So these are the various hazards, guys. It may be natural or it may be man-made. Okay, so may be related with water, it may be meteorological, climatological can happen. What are the short-term effects? This is the table that is there in the book. You can go through it later on. Some disaster has, for example, okay, if the earthquake is there means death and severe injuries will be very high. Okay, death and severe injuries will happen, and damage to health facilities. All the health facilities will be affected. Damage to water systems. So everything will be affected. Okay, everything will be affected in terms of earthquake. Okay, fine. Now it may be a landslide means some things will be affected, certain things may not be affected. So you can go through this. These are the short-term effects of major disaster. What are the fundamental aspects of disaster management? So when you're focusing on a disaster management, okay, response, mitigation and preparedness. Response, mitigation, preparedness. What is disaster cycle? Okay, so disaster management cycle, we'll draw our own diagram. So first impact will be there, disaster impact. Then we'll starts with response phase, then relief phase, then rehabilitation, then mitigation, then disaster preparedness, then again impact. These two are done before disaster. These two are done before disasters. The other three are done after disaster. Okay, fine. What is the first step here? What is the first step? Any disaster, what is the first step? The first step you will be focusing here is search, rescue and first aid. Search, rescue and first aid. Okay, so what you will be doing? You will be doing triage also. What is triage? Triage means classifying injured people based on their chance of survival. Classifying injured people based on their chance of survival. Example, you will be doing color coding. Red means high priority. Red means high priority. Yellow means medium. Green means ambulatory. Black means dead person. Dead person. This is what you do. Okay, this is what you do. Okay, response phase is search, rescue and first aid. Classify injured people based on their chance of survival. What will you do in the relief phase? The relief phase, what will you do? Relief phase, suppose floods are there, or a cyclone is over, or a landslide is happened, something has happened. So now relief phase, what will you do? You will focus on providing safe water and sanitation. Safe water and sanitation. This is the most important thing. Outbreaks can happen, so we have to provide safe water and sanitation. So you should provide no mass vaccination, no mass chemoprophylaxis. Okay, don't focus on all these things. These are waste of resources. Okay, fine. No mass vaccination, no mass chemoprophylaxis. Okay, you focus on safe water and sanitation. If anything you want extra, any extra vaccine, additional vaccine means, okay, focus on healthcare provider. Okay, focus on healthcare provider. Focus. So your job is to focus on safe water and sanitation. Routine immunization, you strengthen it. No mass vaccination, no mass chemo prophylaxis. So this is what you do. You do in the relief phase. Provide shelter, provide food, everything. Okay, so focus on those things. Now rehabilitation. Okay, people who have lost lives, families. Okay, so you are going to rehabilitate them. Now, what is this mitigation means? What is this mitigation? Mitigation means measures taken to reduce the impact. What is mitigation means? Measures taken to reduce impact of disaster. Disaster is happening, so we have prepared something so that even if disaster happens, reduces the impact. Flood mitigation. Okay? So flood prone areas you can do it. Okay, so improved building codes. For example, in earthquake prone areas, okay, so you have to construct houses in such a way that it can withstand. For example, you can see, you would have seen in movies and all. Japan is more of earthquake prone country. So how they construct houses? Wooden houses. Wooden houses. So find the vulnerability and based on that you determine it. Okay, dissemination of information you can focus. Fine. Yes, red, yellow, green, black. What is preparedness? Preparedness. Okay, as a government, as a community, you have to be prepared. Basically, they evaluate the risk of a particular country. Suppose you are in a particular state, a particular place. Okay, so they should plan what type of disaster can happen in my area, so they can focus. So arrange financial and other resources. Okay, if a disaster will happen in future means you arrange it. Develop public education program, simulation exercises. Okay, all these things you can. warning systems. Okay, warning system, where to go, what to go. Suppose flood comes, means who should do what should be done, where they should go. All these things you can give. If you are giving this, this is called a disaster preparedness. So we completed an essay question, guys. Okay, we completed an essay question. Next, biomedical waste management categories and treatment. It's a short note, guys. It's a short note. We have these 4 color coded bins, guys. Okay, we have these 4 color coded bins. Okay, so human anatomical waste, soiled waste, expired medicines. Okay, so chemical waste. So all these should go to yellow color bin. For example, yellow color bin. Okay, for example, anatomical waste, animal waste, solid waste. Not solid, it is actually soiled waste. Okay, like gauze pieces there, soaked with blood. Expired medicines are there, chemical wastes are there, liquid chemical waste. Okay, blood bags. Okay, all these should go to the. Okay, all these should go to yellow color bin. Yellow color bin. What about red color bin? Recyclable waste. Okay, so tubes. Okay, gloves, syringes. Okay, without needle, guys. Syringes without needle. Okay, rails tube, for example, saline bottle, all those plastic things. Okay, saline bottles. Yes, yes, you are answering nicely, guys. Okay. This should go to red color bin. After red color bin, it should go for disinfection. Facilities are available, they can go for recycling. Recycling. Red color bin content can go for recycling. What about white? White, it should go blades and needles, guys. Okay, blades and needles should go to white color bin. White color bin. Blue color, what? Broken vials, ampules, broken vials, ampules, metallic body implants, guys. Metallic body implants. Okay, all these should go to blue color bin. Okay, all these should go to blue color bin. Metallic body implant. So are we clear? These are the points you should write, guys. Okay, biomedical waste categories. Okay. But last question, guys. Last question. Then we will see MCQs. Prevention of genetic disorders. We can do at different levels, guys. We can do at different levels. Okay. Health promotion. What is eugenics and euthenics? What is eugenics means what? We'll come back here. The science of improvement of genetic endowment of the human race. Okay, you want to improve the quality of the genetic endowment, okay, of the human race, genes quality. Okay, you want to improve. It may be positive and it may be negative. Short note, guys. Positive means you will focus on, okay, people with desirable qualities. Okay, people with desirable qualities, you arrange, okay, match, they will marry, and the kids, whichever, whatever the kids are having, the kids should have good quality gene. But the problem is that just like that, it won't come. If father and mother are having good genes, that doesn't mean the kids also will have good genes. Okay, sometimes it may not happen also. Okay, that is called as positive eugenics. Negative eugenics is done by Adolf Hitler. Practice Adolf Hitler. So he want to improve the race of German race by weak people. Okay, so people having some chronic conditions. Okay, any abnormalities are there. Okay, so he said that they should not have children. That we call it as negative eugenics. Okay? People having defects, people having abnormalities. Okay, but they said that you should not assume the parenthood. What is euthenics? Euthenics is improving the environment, guys. Improving the environment for a person will definitely improve their performance. For example, a children, okay, with low IQ, child with low IQ, if the environmental stimulation happen properly, definitely the child can do better. Okay, without a proper environment. That is called as euthanics. Not only genetic component, environmental component also, if you are increasing, that will have an effect on the child. What is prospective genetic counseling? Prospective genetic counseling means identifying heterozygous people. Okay, identifying heterozygous people. Okay, heterozygous people. You are identifying heterozygous people, you identify them. These heterozygous people, by screening methods, you identify them. These people, okay, they should be counseled. They should be counseled not to marry another heterozygous person. By screening methods, you identify the people or heterozygous for a condition, and they should be counseled not to marry another heterozygous. Okay, otherwise the child may get the disease. This is prospective counseling we are doing before the disease. Retrospective counseling, this is most commonly happens. Okay, couples after, okay, abnormality in the baby, okay, they will come to after a child diagnosed with abnormalities, they are coming to you for counseling. Okay, so then we can call it as retrospective counseling. So before it's prospective. Okay, so parents may come. Okay, my first child got this problem. Okay, so what I should do? Okay, for second child, if we are planning for second child, what we should do? Okay, that is retrospective counseling. Other genetic preventive measures. Okay, late marriage. Okay, so Down syndrome and other things we can prevent. Specific protection. Okay, fine. So protection of individuals and communities against mutagens. Okay, X-rays and ionizing radiation can be done, guys. X-rays and ionizing radiation, we can do it. Okay, fine. Now, early diagnosis and treatment. Early diagnosis and treatment. Identify the genetic carriers. Prenatal diagnosis. Okay, screening of newborns. Recognition of preclinical cases. You can identify cases, guys. So prenatally, we can amniocentesis. We can do. We can identify a long list of conditions are there. We can identify it. This is early diagnosis and treatment. Rehabilitation, tertiary prevention. The health promotion, specific protection, primary. Early diagnosis, okay, whatever the genetic condition is there, you can identify and treat it, secondary. And tertiary is rehabilitation. Okay, fine. So it can be done for the patient and for the family in terms of combined and coordinated use of medicinal and occasional measures. So you train them, you teach them. Okay, suppose low IQ person, mentally retarded, okay, Down syndrome, okay, you can do some rehabilitation. Means job training. Okay, job. Okay, answer the question, guys. Answer the question. Answer it, guys. Orthotolerant test used to determine what, guys? Come on, you can answer. We have some 15 questions are there. Orthotolerant test. Orthotolerant test is a test we do it for chlorine, okay, to find whether water is chlorinated or not. So what it will identify? It will identify free as well as combined chlorine. Okay, so it will change into yellow color in the water. If you add reagent to it, okay, so it will change. It will see whether the water is chlorinated or not. It will tell, guys. Okay, fine. So free as well as combined chlorine, guys. Combined chlorine, it will identify. Next question. Right answer. All are university exam questions. Measures of dispersion are all except, guys. Measures of dispersion are all except. So which one is not a measures of dispersion? So measures of central tendency means mean, median, mode. Measures of dispersion means what? Second question. Range will come, standard deviation will come, okay, mean deviation will come. Which one will not come here is correlation and regression. Correlation and regression is not a measures of dispersion. Not a measures of dispersion. Yes, fine. What is the contact time for chlorination? Come on, answer it. What is the contact time for chlorination? Yes, what is the contact time? Come on, everyone try to answer it, guys. What is the contact time? So you are adding chlorine to the water. The minimum contact period should be 1 hour. The minimum contact period should be 1 hour. Chikungunya is transmitted by, what is the vector for chikungunya? Both. Chikungunya is transmitted by, we have already discussed this. Okay, so which mosquito can transmit chikungunya? Chikungunya, which mosquito to transmit? Chikungunya is transmitted by, yes, it is Aedes, guys. Okay, Aedes. Chikungunya is Aedes, okay. Yellow fever, dengue, chikungunya, Zika virus, okay. So all are transmitted by Aedes. What does Mansonia transmits? Mansonia transmits filariasis. Excellent, excellent. All of you answered. A standard normal curve, mean plus 2 standard deviation covers. A standard normal curve, mean plus 2 standard deviation covers. A standard normal curve, mean plus 2 standard deviation. Okay, this is 2 standard deviation. This is 1 standard deviation. This is 3 standard deviation. Answer is C, guys. Answer is C. Auditory fatigue appears. Okay, auditory fatigue. Okay, so the maximum levels. Okay, how much maximum limit is? Maximum limit is 85 decibels. 85 decibels. When will you develop auditory fatigue? Auditory fatigue appears at 90 decibels. Auditory fatigue appears at 90 decibels. At 100 decibels, if you are using continuously, it goes for 100 decibels. If you are using continuously, it goes for, okay, temporary hearing loss. Temporary hearing loss. 100 decibels can go for temporary hearing loss. The floor space needed per person in square feet. Okay, how much floor space is required, guys? How much floor space? How much floor space? Less than 50 square feet. Nil, guys. 50 to 70 means half person. 70 to 90 means 1. 90 to 100 means 1.5 person. More than 110 means 2%. Okay, fine. So excellent. One of you answering nicely. It is actually 70 to 90. 70 to 90. 70 to 90. 70 to 90. So 50 to 7. Half. Who's half person means? 1 to 10 year is half person. Okay, 1 to 10 year is considered as half count. Chi-square test is methods of testing what? Okay, chi-square test is a methods of testing. Chi-square test, we use it for qualitative data. Okay, qualitative data. Okay, qualitative data. Okay, qualitative data. No, not significant difference between two means it is the difference between two proportion. Qualitative data means proportions of percentage, guys. Percentage. Fine. So chi-square test is a method of testing significance of difference between two proportions. Proportions mean percentage. Okay, suppose I have two treatments available. Okay, one treatment. Okay, so the disease prevention is 30%. Another is 10%. Okay, so the difference between 10% and 30% we are comparing. Okay, That is chi-square test. Tomorrow we'll see a practical problems we'll see. The shape of normal distribution curve depends on what? We saw, no? Okay, what is the shape? If the shape is based on what? We saw this is not normal exactly. So this is based on what? What is the two things we have seen there? Okay, two things we have seen. Mean and plus or minus 2 standard deviation. So mean and standard deviation. Mean and standard deviation. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Shape of normal distribution curve is based basically on two things. Environmental manipulation which enable genes to express themselves. Okay, mean and standard deviation. Okay, we have seen this now. Environmental manipulation which enable genes to express themselves. Okay, which is enabling genes to express them. What is this called as? This we call it as euthenics. Euthenics. Okay, this we call it as euthenics. Okay, you are stimulating the environment. Okay, this is euthenics. Who founded International Red Cross, guys? Okay, who founded International Red Cross? International Red Cross was founded by Henry Dunant. Okay, fine. Henry Dunant. Rockefeller is Rockefeller gives Rockefeller. He gives this. He has foundation. Okay, the Rockefeller Foundation contributed to India in various aspects. Whose Bohr committee Joseph Bohr contributes as a committee recommendation. He has given it. The color of bag for disposing waste shops. Color code for waste shops. Which color is waste shops, guys? Okay. Fine, fine. Henry Dunant is fine. So waste shops is white color. Okay, waste shops it is white color. White color. Fine. Color is white color. Fine. Good, good, good. Measures taken to reduce the impact of a disaster is known. Okay, measures taken to reduce the impact of the disaster. Measures taken to reduce the impact of disaster is known as what? Is it preparedness or mitigation, guys? You are doing something to reduce the impact. Yes, we call this as mitigation. Call this as mitigation. Fine, excellent, excellent, guys. The most commonly reported disease in immediate post-disaster period. Okay? Immediately following any disaster, which is the most commonly, okay, which is the most commonly reported. Commonly reported is there is a lack of safe water. So most commonly reported is gastroenteritis. Gastroenteritis is the most commonly reported. Gastroenteritis is most commonly reported. Census in India is conducted every. The census actually started in 1881. They conduct every 10 years once. 10 years once census. Okay. The last census 2011, guys, because of COVID has not been conducted in 2021. Now the elections is over. Probably next year they will work on them. We have one more component is there called as sample registration system. Sample registration system. Okay, every 6 months you will get data. Okay, every 6 months you will get data. Sample registration system. Sample registration. The first preference is given to which color coded person, guys? Okay, first preference given to which color coded person? Yes. The first preference is given to which color coded person? Yes, it is always a red color, guys. It's a red color. So are we clear? This is red color. So we have completed 7 classes is over, guys. So tomorrow is the last one for the Farre series. I will be discussing practicals, guys. Okay? Things related with problems Okay, a one problem in various aspects we will calculate, and if case discussion, what is being asked, what will be asked. Okay, management, other things we will discuss, guys. Okay, so we will discuss in tomorrow. Okay, thanks for listening. See you tomorrow, guys. Okay, thank you. Printable notes means what? We are sending the PDF, guys. The PDF will be there in that Telegram channel. Okay? Printable notes, I don't know what you're mentioning. Telegram channel, it will be there. Okay? Telegram channel, it will be there. You can take it, guys. Thank you, guys.